We ended a volatile session today at the high point of the day. 9600 being held on to the Sensex was up about 35 points. Reliance Industries gave us a lot of support today, so toppling TCS to become one of the most valuable companies or the most valuable company. The broader end of the market did far better. Let's get in Tanveer Gill to sum it all up for us. And Tanveer, what was the market action like today?
Well, the tussle between the bulls and the bears continues. If you just extend out the Nifty chart over the last 3 months, we would have moved in a very, very narrow band of about 500 points, and that has narrowed even further if we just bring up the 1-month chart on the index. I think roughly the band has been less than 200 points over the last 4 weeks. So that just reflects the kind of indecision there is in the market on which way the markets would head. Right now it seems like the bias is towards an upward move, but it's still not clear in terms of the internal data, which is the futures and options data, whether that sort of breakout would happen in the near future itself. However, in today's session we ended up a bit higher, especially in the last wheel of trade, nudged the 9650 mark, which was encouraging. But it remains to be seen whether we can actually witness follow-up buying interest to fuel this up move further in the next 2 sessions of this week. What is interesting is the kind of stock-specific activity that is supporting this market. Also the market breadth that's looked very healthy. So you've had more advancing stocks to those declining. And that gets reflected in the kind of moves that the mid-cap and the small-cap indices witnessed in the session today. Breaking it down to specifics, you had Lupin, which was active in the session. Reliance Industries has been slowly and steadily moving higher. M&M was, one of the top performers, at least at the start of the session. Among the laggards, it was really ITC, Wipro, Infosys, which lagged behind. But broadly, again on the index also, there were more gainers than losers, and all of the index heavyweights particularly supported the market, and then banks included. And then to the broader markets, you had the real estate basket that did well, Indiabulls Real Estate particularly. You also had the fertilizer companies, which are up and active. A good monsoon plus favorable GST for fertilizers is the key trigger driving up these stocks. The 1-week chart would, 1-year chart would reflect how all of the listed fertilizer companies have done well. And then add to that some news-based stories which kept Venki's India in focus, continues to hog the limelight, locked in upper circuit 10%, even though institutional interest in delivery statistics reflect that there is actually very little conviction-led buying seen in the stock just as yet, maybe more smart money driven. Timken India, on the back of the merger with ABC Bearings, was a stock in focus and led the entire bearings sector, so to speak. So in pockets, there was a lot of interest, and as a whole, that helped the broader markets, but not so much the bench.